I were to offer you a fistful of diamonds or a glass of cool, clear water, which would you choose? The diamonds, obviously. Who in his right mind wouldn't? But if you found yourself crawling through a desert, your lips are blistered, your tongue is swollen, you're dying of thirst, and I was to offer you a glass of cool, clear water or a fistful of diamonds, you'd despise the diamonds and say, give me the water, lest I die. That's what's known as circumstantial priorities. Your priorities change according to your circumstances.
If there was a way for you to get eternal life, would you be interested? Of course you would. Anyone in his right mind would. God is offering you eternal life. But right now, perhaps you're not interested. You prefer the sparkling diamonds of your sin. Well, on the day of judgment, your circumstances will radically change. You'll cry out, God, save me. But then it will be too late.
We are now going to look at another evidence for the existence of hell. It's the evidence of the conscience. Now, what does your conscience do for you?
Well, your conscience tells you the difference between right and wrong, and we all have one.
So, is it something we're born with, or is it something that we've learned? Do you think God gave us a conscience?
No.
Why would we have a sense of morality, a sense of right and wrong, a small voice in our mind, if there was no plan and no one created it? It just happened. We've all got it.
I actually think it comes from society and what you're taught.
Do you think that you're born with a knowledge of things that are right and things that are wrong?
Innately, no. I think it's more shaped from your surroundings.
Do you think the conscience is something that you're born with, or is it learned?
I think it's learned.
If you think it's something we've learned, I've got a scenario for you. We have a 20-year-old man. He's guilty of viciously raping a woman and then slitting her throat, murdering her. Now, the defense says this man was isolated from birth. He's had no human interaction. No one has taught him right from wrong. Not a soul. No moral instruction. Zip. Is the judge going to say, I can see here that you viciously raped and murdered a woman, but I can also see that you've had no moral instruction, therefore I'm going to dismiss your case?
Absolutely not.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
No.
And that's because we know that every human being has a knowledge of right and wrong. We've been born with a conscience.
And even though many of us have been further guided in our conscience about what's right and wrong by our parents and by what society says, none of us will ever be able to stand before God and give the excuse, I just didn't know the difference between right and wrong. I didn't know it was wrong to lie or to steal or to murder. The Bible tells us God has given light to every man and woman. We've all been born with an inner knowledge of right and wrong.